One of Chicago's most revered columnists, Pulitzer Prize-winning movie critic Roger Ebert dies at the age of 70. WGN's entertainment reporter Dean Richards has the story from the newsroom. Hi, Dean.
Hey, it was an amazing career, an amazing life for Roger Ebert. For over 45 years, this movie geek from Champaign-Urbana changed the way that we looked at movies. And I know for those of us who are movie critics, changed the way that we do our jobs. Roger taught us all how to be movie critics. While the balcony may now be closed, we will never forget those famous thumbs up and thumbs down. The thumbs pretty much never stopped working for Roger since he and the late Gene Siskel brought a new level of film criticism to America. First through their newspaper columns, then through their movie review shows. One version of it, At the Movies, produced here at WGN from 1982 to 1986. In 2002, 3 years before getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, Ebert underwent the first of several cancer surgeries of the thyroid and salivary glands, requiring a portion of his lower jaw to be removed, leaving one of the most distinctive voices in America silent. Ebert survived the surgeries and even an artery that burst in which he almost bled to death. It slowed him down, but it didn't stop him.
I make no special effort. I'm doing what I love to do.
Since 2006, he used a computer program that translated his written words into a voice on a speaker.
That sounds like fun.
On the Oprah Winfrey Show, he demonstrated an even newer technology in which voice samples from old recordings will create Roger's voice on the computer.
This is the first version of my computer voice. It's what they call the beta. It still needs improvement, but at least it sounds like me when I type anything. This voice will speak whatever I type.
Roger and his wife Chaz invited me into their near North Side home for an inside look at how Roger lives and works. Working journalist office filled with memories and multiple awards to remind us of his impact. You're completely ignoring your Pulitzer Prize that's right over here. Oh, that thing. What does that mean to you, Roger, to have won the Pulitzer, to have it right here in front of you? An avid tweeter, Roger wrote reviews and the occasional op-ed piece.
I personally think my writing may have improved, and actually may have become more conversational. At least in print I am still the same guy, with no disabilities.
He added that since the loss of his physical voice, those couple of hours in a dark theater are even more enjoyable to him than ever.
Because when I'm watching a movie, it can take me out of myself. That was especially true in the first months after surgery. I was looking for escape just like everyone else.
We talked at Roger's private screening room in the basement of his townhouse, the walls lined with thousands of movies. Yet, up until the end, he made his way to the theaters of Chicago to see new movies, same as he ever did. I mean, the kind of courage and tenacity that you've shown through all of this is really inspiring to people.
It's not courage when you have no choice. I believe it's better for this information to be available. I don't think it serves a purpose when you try to deny physical problems or keep them a secret.
When I married Roger, I realized that he was a workaholic, and he still is a workaholic. Only now he has Twitter.
Would I be better off just sitting around?
No, not just sitting around.
I couldn't have lasted through this without her. Nobody will ever know all the things she has done and the help she has been.
That is so obvious when you see them looking at each other, the look in their eyes, the love in their eyes for one another. I know since Roger has been ill, there's a screening room where the critics see most of the movies. It's a small screening room. And no matter how cold it was, no matter what the weather, no matter what the movie was, Roger would make his way into the screening room, Chaz right behind him. Often a nurse or a caretaker also would be there, but Roger was not going to miss those screenings, and Chaz was not going to be there, was not going to be without Roger at any step of the way during this very difficult journey that he's taken with his help. Remarkable couple, and our sincere condolences to Chaz and all of the Ebert family.
Dean, thank you so much. That was a wonderful message and package you put together about Roger Ebert. You know, we will miss following his thumb, and I know you would agree with me that Roger Ebert will be remembered for the way he handled his illness with such grace and courage. He says that it doesn't take courage, but it certainly does. He kept going forward. What does he mean to you personally?
Well, you know, he, as I'd mentioned, you know, he taught all of us how to be film critics. I mean, before I was a film critic, I think he, in a way, taught me how to be a film critic and everyone else. There was a time when we would just go to a movie and say whether we liked it or whether we didn't like it. When Siskel and Ebert came along, we began dissecting the movies in a different way. We began looking at these movies with a completely different level of critical analysis. So on a professional level, you know, that certainly is going to stand out for me. In a personal sense, I couldn't have been more flattered when Roger would pay me a compliment for something. If he heard something that I said on the air and he would say that he enjoyed it, it's like getting the ultimate approval from somebody. It was, you know, I was beyond that. And when he invited me to come and speak at his Roger Ebert Film Festival, when he allowed me to come to his home and do the piece that we just showed you, you know, it was beyond flattering. I'm personally going to miss him very much, and as you said, I'm going to miss his voice, his very unique voice in critical analysis. I'm going to miss his wonderful and completely irreverent tweets that he would send out all day long. I loved them. I loved reading his op-ed pieces that he wrote. He was just a remarkable writer, a remarkable professional, and a wonderful, wonderful man.
All right, Dean, thank you so much.
You bet.